everybody. So we're going to be talking about the human population over the next few weeks. And I thought that a good way to kick it off would be to just look at what statistics we already have about the population. Now, it can be kind of messy to get statistics for the world population, but luckily things are a little bit neater for the US population, thanks to the US Census. If you don't know already, a census is a survey that the government sends out to gather information about its population. Most notably, or most prominently, where people are and in what density across the nation. This is very important for the government because it allows them to decide where they're going to allocate their resources, and it lets them make more informed decisions about public policy. But it's also used by sociological researchers, environmentalists, and corporations when they need to make decisions that involve where people are and how many of them are in an area. So what I'd like to do today is just get some statistics about Harlem, Georgia. Just give us an idea of what our own population is, what their density is, how they're distributed in general, as well as any other interesting statistics that you might find. And what I'd like you to do today, what your assignment for today is to go to this website, which I have linked to in the plan, and just scroll through all of this data and pick something that you think is interesting and talk about, just give me a brief description of how you think it would impact your future. So scroll through here, find a statistic, tell me how you think it would impact your future when put into use, either by the government or by a corporation or by researchers or by you. For instance, if you know what the highest paid jobs are in Harlem, Georgia by median earnings, that might impact what career you decide to go into. For example, education information is actually the highest paid job in Harlem, along with library occupations. You might not know this, but librarians do usually earn upwards of $100,000 a year if you work in the right library. So just scroll through, find something interesting, and tell me how you think it would impact you. What I'm going to do next in this video is I'm just going to scroll through a few of these myself and give you guys an idea of the things that you can find out from this website. When you're done with this assignment, I encourage you to look through this data because there's a lot of very interesting things in here. For instance, the population of Harlem is 2,971. You can add a comparison to Augusta, Georgia, if it will let me. Sometimes it's a little spotty. Augusta, Richmond County. Let's compare to our neighbors over there. Wow! 605,903. That is a huge difference. But take a look at this. They have a growth rate of 0.883%, whereas our population is growing at 1.96%. So we have a significantly more rapid increase in people than they do. Interesting to think about. Let's remove this comparison real quick. We also have information about COVID-19 right at the top. And as you can see here, some good news for you today. The curve is flattening. You can see that that confirmed cases are escalating less and less often. They're still on the rise, but it's starting to flatten out, which means that we are starting to keep this infection under control. Very good news, right? I don't know if anyone has shared that with you yet, but yeah, that's what things are looking like right now. So you can go through and take a look at Harlem, Georgia, or you can pick any other state or county that you want to in the US. They also have all of these other sections, like you can look at just locations, just industries, just occupations, just degrees, for instance. Let's take a look at that. So let's see how many people are getting, what's a good one? How many people are getting education degrees in the US? Let's just take a look. Look at that. It's declining, but not by much. Total degrees awarded in 2017 were 304,586. That is a lot. And it only costs about $6,600 to get one of these degrees, so pretty cheap at the moment. And the average wage is $54,918. That's not bad considering. So just interesting information, right? If anybody wants to be a teacher, this would be how they found out the best places to go to be one. But we can also look at just maps that show us where people are in the nation. So this looks at total population, for instance, which just shows us our distribution and population density by state. Great information to know in general. Where are the most people in the U.S.? And they have all sorts of maps that you can look at. They have things on education, who has the most graduates in the U.S., health, where are the best health outcomes in the U.S. If you're thinking of moving, these are things that you might need to know. It's all information about the population. It's all very relevant to what we're talking about, and it's just relevant to your life in general. You want to know where people are. You want to know where resources can be found. And looking at the census helps you do that. So I hope that this video has been beneficial to you. And I hope that you have a wonderful day. Oh, and I hope that you take a look at the census. You need to take it. It's important. All right, have a great day. Bye. Oh,